certain stage, Wraith King just couldn't carry the game by himself. And honestly, I feel like Gab's played a little worse than he usually does. Like, I think throughout the entire series, or not series, but the entire qualifier, Gabs just like destroyed everyone without fail. Then yesterday against WG Unity, he didn't look quite as good as he rest of the games.
Witch Doctor.
TNC's
Ursa Warrior.
Radiant Team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think the main pickup or main reason for the Ursa pickup right now is probably because they fear the Ice Timbersaw, and Ursa is one of the better carries that can lane against the Timbersaw in the safe lane.
Templar Assassin.
Sometimes teams pick like heroes that are way too greedy, and they expect, you know, maybe we'll be fine if we put 3 heroes up here against the Timbersaw, and Timbersaw sometimes actually 1v3s them because of that. And now that you have an Ursa, Ursa can actually pretty much 1v1 Timbersaw.
10 seconds remaining.
Really depends on how TNC want to run this.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I wouldn't say she's like extremely good at against any of these heroes, but TA is overall a fairly solid hero, and with a Rubik and an Undying, at least you have 2 targets that you can, I would say, very easily kill by yourself. Rubik is fairly squishy. If you get off to a good start, you can blink in and 2-shot him. Same with Undying. Nyx and Ursa, not so much, but yeah, I think that's about it. I would say TA is overall very solid.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point.
Reserve time.
He's just one of those heroes that is, like I mentioned, very solid overall, and even more so just because you have an Ogre Magi, and the Bloodlust just makes it so that you can do that much more damage without getting attack speed. So if you wanted to take a very greedy route just for extra damage, like Blink Deso into Daedalus, you'll still have that attack necessary because the Ogre Magi is there to Bloodlust you.
Ten seconds remaining.
I don't think we've seen him play it, but I'm pretty sure Cuckoo could play it.
5
and
seconds remaining.
Alchemist isn't a bad matchup for the TA either. I guess it kind of goes like both ways, because the TA gets a decent start with some help, and it's like kind of breaks even with TA. TA could just 2-shot him as well later on, just because of the low armor. Right, so Face need one more. They need a carry here, and think if anything, something that can actually probably best to deal with Ursa, if anything. But I think, oh, that's actually a very good pick.
Vengeful spirits.
TNC's turn to pick.
Yeah, we never. I don't think it's the greatest against Ursa. It's a range hero, so there is always the potential of kiting Ursa. And Vengeful Spirit,
Reserve
Not a
time.
bad Hurricane Pike user. And it also kind of helps you out with dealing with the Tombstone as well. But it's, I guess with this kind of setup, it's mostly relying on the Templar Assassin to do majority of the damage in the early stages of the team fight. Right. But I think this is a kind of setup that really allows Timbersaw to carry the game. We all know how strong Ice 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 Timbersaw is. I wouldn't be surprised if they manage to, or if he manages to carry this game as well.
Ten seconds remaining.
Sniper!
Mm, I wouldn't say it's like easy to catch the sniper, but it really relies on the bench. Like swap is far the most important spell to catch up the sniper. Everything else, even though Templar Assassins do go for a Blink Dagger and Timbersaw can also kind of close the gap, even with or without a Blink Dagger. Still pretty difficult to catch sniper here. Just gonna have to see how the sniper plays in this game.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
It's also one of the nice things about the Ursa Spirit, or Ursa. We always talk about reasons for pausing. But having an Ursa just makes it a lot easier to play sniper, I think. Because you can always rely on your Ursa to just jump in, and it's not like the Ursa's just gonna die. In fact, it's almost impossible for an Ursa to jump in and die. The only way he dies is if he gets stun locked without being able to enrage. Silence without a scepter or something like that.
I mean, it's Ice 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 saying Jab stomachache, so probably he doesn't have a stomachache and just something
That's
else.
a good point. So maybe he has a stomachache and he's just making it up from hide it.
No, Jabs is not saying anything in retaliation, so who knows. So we've seen TNC play very well. We also seen them lose. And the same thing could be said with Faceless. I think yesterday, if I asked you this question, you'll be like, well, easy Faceless 2-0. But who's going to take this series? What score?
Even though despite yesterday's performance from Faceless, I still believe that they are the stronger team. And like you said, TNC, they played very well, but I'm still going to have to go with at best, 2-1 for Faceless.
Okay.
At best, too. If not that, then we might even just see a 2-0,
So
depending on how well Faceless prepared themselves.
Okay, so you're very confident with Faceless.
Yeah, the picks itself are pretty good. I wouldn't say, like, you know, with utmost confidence that Faceless are gonna stomp this game draft.
Mm-hmm.
Just overall performance-wise, and
30 seconds to battle.
I guess just basing it off the experience that the players have, I would still say that Faceless are ahead.
Alright, well, in terms of the early warding, did Radiant drop any wards yet? No. That's pretty odd. Normally, the wards have come down by now, and looks like Faceless is gonna do a little bit of lane swapping. They don't want the Ursa Timbersaw matchup, but I believe TNC has scouted it, but they will also have the lane up top, the next assassin. So far, pretty TNC advantage, if you ask me.
This will come in handy.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. And
Gold
I guess that was just a really good movement, really good move from Ursa, TPing up top and then just chasing Ogre out of the jungle. Made it a little more difficult for them to predict exactly where they would be going.
Yep. Oh, we're gonna start things off, and this is gonna be maybe the poor man bodyguard. Tim's is in the mid lane, dropping decay. It is allowing Sniper to get that fairly easy start to the lane.
Like not a bad bodyguard, simply because Decade makes it so much more difficult for TA to trade, lose all of that max health.
Let you tango up like a boss though, so I don't know.
It also makes you right click like
a
far
boss.
worse than you normally would, yeah.
Alright, look at
the value you get out of 2 right clicks. Probably
oh my
outweighs
god. He's got 300
Tango.
HP right now. You're just gonna pop a Fairy Fire and just like heal them for 25% health. The man has a stomach ache,
Ooh,
man. Not like
this is rough.
Yeah. Alright, he puts on the refraction, so it doesn't matter what his HP is. He's got a shield. It's okay.
Gonna matter now. Like, reduces the max mana.
Shrapnel, look at these right click. That's first blood. And Cuckoo's gonna draw it. Damn, man. This harass is real.
You called him the cheap bodyguard. He heard you. He was like, fuck that. I'm the real bodyguard.
Yeah. I haven't seen Ogre do that kind of stuff. In fact, Ogre has not skilled anything up top yet.
And simply because, oh, Ogre, not even able to make this pull happen.
Nuts in a little bit of trouble here. That casket not going to bounce backwards, and Nuts is going to take a couple more right click. That's going to be a secondary kill. Raven picks up a kill immediately after picking up the boots with the telekinesis from the Rubik. Very nicely done. And this is kind of how we saw Faceless struggle yesterday. They were losing out the lanes to WG, and then WG just maintained a very strong lead. Would not surprise me if TNC could do the same.
Yeah, definitely agree. Already, my predictions look really bad.
Alright, we got Ogre coming in. The battle of the bodyguards. You can see the strength of this lane. I mean, with the decay dropping the HP and then the shrapnel removing the shield, Daps can be killed quite easily. Cuckoo's just not afraid on this high ground. The 2 bodyguards going hard at it. No ignite still. XY, not exactly sure what he's saving his skill for. Meanwhile, on the bottom side,
they kill off Ice Ice Ice.
Okay.
Yeah, this is why they pick Ursa. Like,
Cuckoo on the mid lane in a lot of trouble. Does not have a Fairy Fire. The fire is burning him down. Couple more right click will do. He pops himself at the very last second. XY is gonna go down, making that tower dive. Oh, TNC turns the mid lane around again. They double south, and they even have the bottom shrine if they want to make that trek. But this laning phase is a disaster for Faceless.
yeah, this is probably even one of the I think it was like the first game
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, the laning phase was just terrible for them. Once again, they're just getting outlaned completely.
I don't think I've seen the Carry Venge win a single game if she lost her laning phase, because that's supposed to be the plays that she's good at. Now, obviously, she's doing okay, but her team is not doing the best. And Vengeful Carry is one of those cores that could get your team back via very aggressive ganks. So I think a lot of it is now lying on Black's shoulder. Like, he needs to make that level 6 swap count, and pick up a ton of ganks for his team.
Bottom lane, they do find a pick off on Raven at least. Playing a little too aggressive. Not respecting the fact that the Ogre could always come into this lane to help.
Alright, I am missing a couple of these kills. My apologies.
Radiant's middle tower.
Hopefully, I'll get better.
Really careful here.
Oh, Mango gets used here. And we are trying to bait out the chain, and then you'll lift. But now Nuts in a lot of trouble. The Maledict is going to miss as well. Nuts is going to go down. Ice, Ice, Ice. Maybe he could convert it into a kill. He does have chain 1 second. Nice dodge here by Rior. And now it's going to go the other direction. Ice, Ice, Ice want to come back in. Okay, maybe chain for the clap. And the right clicks. Double kill for Raven. This is a dream start for an Ursa, honestly.
Yeah, apart from dying once. Going great for him. Not just him, but pretty much the entire team.
Yeah.
You said top lane is probably the only lane that is doing too bad, but it's exactly.
Double damage on the mid lane, jabs, no shield, gets shrapnel down with the tombstone on the back line. It's 1-7, guys. Faceless. Getting pretty much destroyed in the laning stage. Bottom lane, Raven does get picked off by a Malady gank by Nuts. So at least they're kind of answering on the bottom lane, but this mid lane is... I don't know.
Yeah, that was what I was about to mention. Like, wherever this ogre isn't at, the lane just loses. Oh, black. So I'll swap stun.
Well, nothing happens. And that's a great point that you made, because I think some of the answer to the ogre in the last patch was to take a really strong laning hero to either keep him in one lane. I think Jakiro and Undying was employed a lot in that particular reason, or you could kind of force him to roam around and destroy the other lanes where he's not. And that's exactly what TNC is doing here. Black forced to rotate his first gank, unsuccessful. And again, it comes down to, you know, is he going to keep on the ganks, or is he going to stay in the lane and farm? Feels like neither is really a good choice for them because they're so far behind.
Selfish.
I don't think he has a choice to go anywhere but lane still, I believe.
This will come in handy.
I guess you could do a lane swap with Timbersaw, but Raven's already up here. I don't think you want to put your Timbersaw against the Ursa.
Now the other day when we saw, I believe it was WG playing the sniper, they went for a Maelstrom first. You think we're going to see some sort of similar build, or we're going to see the tried and true Dragonlance, Hurricane Pike kind of stuff?
I think for this game, it might actually be more beneficial for him to go for something similar to that build, but somewhere along the way he ends up picking up the Shadow Blade. Oh, top lane.
Black's gonna get found, and well, he does drop off a magic missile, but the right clicks will come through. Raven will pick up the kill. I think the shrapnel flying down. The Tombstone's gonna be there as well. Tims does have a soul rep for himself, so he's not really worried about dying. Cuckoo is gonna get off an assassination kill. He needs to be on the run, and oh, 0 for 1 trade here on the mid lane. Tower is gonna get denied, so that's something going towards Faceless. But they are not stopping this, Mr. Ho Ho Ha Ha.
That was pretty much 4v2, and they still walked away with 1 kill.
I know a lot of people make the comparison to Sniper and Lone Druid and saying, you know, Lone Druid is just a better sniper, but I think we're seeing here at this particular laning phase, a Shrapnel in particular and the Assassinate is allowing the Sniper to pick up a lot more early kills than I think a Lone Druid would. So that's definitely a +1 in my books for the Sniper.
Oh yeah, definitely, I agree. Shrapnel is just insane, and it's not something that Lone Druid offers.
Well, unless your bear roots, you know, every time.
Bottom lane, they bunked up. They want to pick up guys.
Oh, they're just charging in for him.
Die.
Alright, decays on him, but great play here by Ice Ice Ice. Chakram into a chain. But there's a TP in by Nuts. Nuts says, oh no, not like this. He TP's straight into an Impale and just dies.
This laning phase, like, Stomp is just continuing. TNC just fully in control of this game right now.
Yep. I like the play by Sam H as well. Not going to give up any tower. Immediately ports up top. Not going to allow Black to take it. Sam H once again employing his favorite tactic of the offlane bottle. I think it makes a lot more sense on a hero like Nyx Assassin, but he skips the arcane boots that Nyx almost always gets in the favor of a power treads. Haven't seen this in a long time.
It's a very good point. Maybe we're gonna see some type of build from Nyx. I know that his mount tree got slightly changed as well. 40 agility at level 20 now.
Is that really what he's gonna take? 40 agility?
40 agility. It's pretty good at level 20. Because I think if you manage to hit level 20, I think it's not entirely out of the question that you potentially go for an E-Blade.
Yeah, I was gonna say 40 agility plus an E-Blade, which also keeps you, I think, 40. That's a lot of agility for a big shotgun.
And, you know, you definitely want the armor this game. It helps a lot.
Sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sam H rotating around, trying to find some picks.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think they might be grouping to smoke, and Sam H might just break their smoke here. Walks all the way through the mid lane. No one's here though.
Yeah, they need a sniper here for sure to actually set up the skill, but sniper, the top lane, he doesn't have a teleport scroll available, so.
It's like Raven wants to make his way over, but he blink dagger. I don't think this is gonna happen. Go ahead and farm.
Black needs to actually fire off that swap. He's gonna run to the right side, smoke break. He swaps him into the trees, and that should be a very easy kill. They blow him up very fast. Soul Rip is not gonna be available. Nice stun by XY.
Oh, this tombstone is in perfect position though. This might
That's
be
a 3-man decay. Raven comes back in. That's nobody dies just yet. Black gets lifted back here, but it's gonna be Tim's. It's gonna be the first one to go down.
Oh my god.
And then now Black is gonna survive as well. XY making it happen. He is gonna finally die. Raven gets surrounded. He's gonna have the Maledict on him as well, and they ignore Ice Ice Size. That's an ultra kill on Ice Ice Size. Might make it a rampage.
Oh my
Ice Ice Size.
goodness.
Yeah, rampage. We are 11
Okay.
minutes in, guys. I think they have recovered after that team fight. That gold grab, unsure of what to do, just spikes up to the other direction.
I think I mentioned in the draft, this is one of those games where it's not entirely out of the question that Ice just carries on his Timbersaw. But a rampage
Suddenly,
at
he's
11
like top
minutes.
network.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
that was just beautifully played too. You know, see how much value he got out of every single cast? Like, without fail, he hit at least... And, there was like just 3 of them. He like pretty much hit everyone except for Ursa.
Yep.
Shredding the supports.
I think that's a classic of, oh, we are quite ahead. Let's just keep chase, run at them, and win. But then they don't realize, like, neither Sniper or Nyx was there, right? Sniper died in the beginning, Nyx came in last. So without those two heroes, there's really no good control, at least in the form of AoE. The Tombstone was great, but then, you know, everyone just ran away from it. Rubik came in with a single lift, he died. And Ursa, well, he just got kited without the Blink Dagger, so TNC gotta definitely, you know, take this one home. That lead that they had is all but evaporated, in my opinion.
Oh, Rior might get caught out again here too.
Okay, lift. He still chakra. Throws the chakra back, but Rior is gonna get picked up by a magic missile.
Middle tower is under attack.
And the momentum,
Dire's structures
all on the Faceless side now.
That one team fight. 25, or no, it wasn't 25, it was 3,000 net worth lead, and now it's 2,000 the other way. That was a 5,000 gold net swing.
Yep.
Like, in the span of 1 minute.
And Ice 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 is now gonna be working towards that Bloodstone as well. Raven on the top lane, we'll port to the bottom.
No Blink Dagger yet on Ursa either. This is... I think they might have to wait on first.
Yep. I mean, normally when TNC falls a little bit behind, I'm not too concerned for them because their draft, especially with Samage on things like Slaughter, Darkseer, Axe, they could team fight their way back. But this is not exactly that kind of lineup. I feel like this lineup is mostly about getting these random picks when you have Nyx, when you have Ursa. So losing a big team fight like that and then not kind of recovering through multiple kills is a big concern for TNC.
Yeah, and, well, right as you mentioned it, they're gonna try to make something happen here. Farmhand smoke. They're gonna run right into Black. Pretty sure Faces are just gonna lose Black here. I don't think there's gonna be anything.
Well, not if the Impale misses here. He gets assassinated, he just walks away. The Impale miss, the Shrapnel miss.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think it's actually still okay if you miss the Shrapnel, or the Impale. But you can't miss the Shrapnel too, otherwise he's not exactly that slow, and XY was close enough to give him that Bloodlust.
Alright, now Raven goes into the pit, but obviously this is all scouted because of the trap. This is getting a little scary here for TNC.
Does that have no mana to fight? About half mana.
But Raven is dropping pretty low. And now Raven standing under that chakra. And he has to ult to actually make sure that he doesn't die, but great Tombstone cutting off the retreat tab, and now Ice 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 still in there. He's gonna get 1 kill onto the Rubik. Or sorry, Undying, excuse me.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
1-for-1 trade. No Roshan. I think they're okay with that, especially with Raven, with the Radiant creep sticking down on tower. So far,
well,
pretty advantaged.
Not only that, Stone has been used. So I'm pretty sure Faces are okay with this. I'm pretty certain that you have to back off. Have that that Tombstone. Raven has to heal as well.
Yeah, also, like, with them just throwing things like Tornado as well as Chakram into the Roshan pit, Ursa has to back off from Rosh, and the Furious Swipe stack only lasts 5 seconds against Roshan. So you could pretty easily interrupt his Roshan attempt if he's not, like, at the last, like, couple of swipes at it.
It's like you said, TA traps, scouting out the Roshan, very important when dealing with an Ursa.
Yep. I'd like to see Jabs go back to the bottom, or to the Roshan pit when he has the time to retrap it. But Jabs, oh, another miss impale by Sam H.
Oh, that hurt.
I don't think I've seen Sam H miss this much ability in a while. He's normally just on top of his game.
It's bad hero. Stop picking it.
I don't know, man.
Honestly, I feel like this is how a lot of Nyx is playing in this qualifying. Like, always having a hard time.
Yep. We saw Jules missing a lot of impels yesterday when he was playing the support Nyx.
Faceless. They're the one who get the Roshan in return.
Yeah. Crazy.
Base made by Jabs, dodging that gank and just going straight for Roshan. Holy. So like, right after that Rampage came out for Ice Ice Ice, he's just been racking up gold rapidly. He's almost got his Blade Dagger. And considering the start that he has... Oh, he's going for Bootsy first. Okay, so he's going for the Bootsy Travel first. But considering the start he had, this is very impressive amount of farm that he has.
Yeah, in the lanes he mostly just like died. Like, well, he got the Ursa once or twice, but he died a couple of times as well. But, you know, I think the BOT build is gonna propel him forward. He might just be the highest net worth in this whole game. He could just, like, farm and join fights whenever.
That he is. Currently sitting at 8,100 and slightly ahead of the Sniper. There are no trees. Probably gonna keep pressuring this top lane right now while his team are slowly sieging this.
It's gonna be hard pushing into a Sniper.
Sniper is going for that standard Dragon Lance into Maelstrom build.
Maelstrom.
And I think at this point, should probably go for... Well, he either has to go for Hurricane Pike next, or probably say... I actually think Hurricane Pike is probably the safe choice.
This will come in handy.
Yeah, against TA traps and swaps, and even just Ice 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 coming in. Assassinate just being fired off against Black, and despite the shrapnel, they are threatening to go for a push. Ice 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 is inside the tree line. They see the Nyx Assassin running through. And they're very persistent with this push.
Well, they still have the Aegis on Assassin. And they know that Raven isn't going to be...
Dire structures are full.
XY moving to the backline looking for Impale does hit onto Jabs, but they don't have any shrapnel left. And now Tombstone gets dropped down. Tower they go down already. Well, Lust gets stolen. He's gonna actually start casting on Cuckoo. And now XY will be the first one to go down, but on the backline, Jabs blinks in. He eats the Impale. He's gonna be surrounded by 5. He loses his Aegis. Ice 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 gets spiked in. Timzo will die to death for it. And everyone is gonna be on the retreat. They swap one back in. That's gonna be a Sam H. Sam dead. And that's gonna be a 2-for-2 trade counting the Aegis. Faceless will maintain the push. Sniper out of gas. And he needs to go back. And looks like it's gonna be TNC forfeiting a tier 2 tower as well.
Yeah, they were super persistent on protecting that tier 1, but
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
thanks to that Aegis, Faceless are able to take 2 towers off of it.
Yep. Widening that lead. If you told me like 7 minutes in the game that Faceless would be in the lead by almost 10,000 gold, I would not have believed you. Like, I would not have seen how it would have happened.
That was one of the most devastating laning phases that we saw in this qualifier.
Yep. Would you say that Sniper is notoriously bad against Timbersaw? in the late game, like, because he's just so tanky, and Sniper, without the critical mass of damage items, I don't think you could shred through Ice.
Timbersaw is definitely good against Sniper, but I wouldn't say he's like, you know, a counter or anything.
I guess Sniper always has access into a Silver Edge, although Cuckoo is very much so like trying to get other items first.
Yeah, he's got that Hurricane Pike queued up first, which I think is definitely the right choice here.
Dire's middle tower is under
Rotation up top here, Black. Speaking of Shadow Blade, has one of his own. But good game sense here by Raven.
Kind of one of the nicer things about Vengeful Spirit, because she kind of supplies her own damage. So even without the without a massive amount of farm, she
Dire's top tower.
200 damage. It's not bad. It's a bloodless.
Man, look at this
Pretty
attack.
damn fast.
Oh my god.
Are fortified.
Raven. Oh, on the back line, looks like there's a big fight going on. Tombstone has been dropped. Cuckoo being focused on, but he's gonna get saved in the very last tick. He's gonna be okay. Ice, though, cleans him up. Jabs in the front line does go down. Tim tanking it up in the middle. Where's the Ursa in all of this? He's running away, trying to reset. Another swipe. He's gonna look to a TP out. He will make it home. Another good team fight here. As Faceless just jumps in repeatedly, multiple heroes, and they just overwhelm the Sniper.
Yeah, they're really giving a lot of respect to the Jabs TA. They pretty much used everything they could just to pick off this TA, but right now it's not only about the TA. Like, the farm spread on Faceless is pretty even, and all three of these cores are a rather large threat.
Dire's middle
Rior
has fallen.
seals terror, but pays for it. Oh my god, he gets swapped back in. Rior is gonna be dead, but maybe he's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. They're gonna pop the combo on him. He does go down. Stunned up is Ice, but he does chain away. Death Ward being used here. Sam H. Gonna be in a lot of trouble. Nice Centaur top micro by Black. Nice spike going back here. Nice chain stun, but there's no damage, and he's gonna get a lot of regen back through. XY gonna get gunned down by Sniper. Looking to TP out is Ice. He'll make it home. A lot better of a team fight here for TNC, but they continue to lose objective. Tier 2 went down previous to that fight. I think that was just a 5v4, right? Because Jabs was not in the fight at all.
So that is correct.
Gold!
Same kind of goes to Faceless, though. I mean, they're pretty strong right now, and while I do meant to say that their cores are like all strong together, this Ursa by himself can pretty much take out any of them. So they have to be a little careful of this Ursa. You might have to actually prioritize disabling the Ursa while still being able to sniper first.
What we've been seeing is if he doesn't get a quick burst kill as he enters in with a Blink Dagger, Ice's priority is just to control him with a Chakra Rim. So until he gets the BKB, which is pretty close, but until he gets it, Ice can just have his number every fight.
Illusion.
Not necessarily killing him, but just slowing him down.
It's actually pretty difficult to load simply because Raven just jumps in. Chakra Rim, it doesn't really slow you that much unless you're low health. And if you're low health, it doesn't really do too much.
But you know, like a lot of Ursas don't like to use his ult until he gets low HP. So it might be too late if he does get too low.
Yeah, that's true. As you mentioned, he's going to go for that BKB first. Rather close to it. I think the bigger thing for Faceless is whether or whenever Jabs gets BKB. I think if he gets BKB, the game is actually a lot harder for TNC. I feel like Jabs should have actually went for Hurricane Pike as well.
Well, we have an Ogre Club on him. We don't know if that's a Hurricane Pike or a BKB, but either way, I think
That was a
those two-
BKB. He's already flying it out.
Oh wow.
To the new patch, Shrines are still going to be invulnerable. Just hold on to that for now. Breaking high ground against a sniper is not an easy task, especially since there's an Undying.
Well, I don't know. It seems like triple BKBs are coming out for Faceless. Ice is working on one. And I think Black is also working on one. I think once triple BKB comes out, especially Faceless has Aegis on top of that, I don't see TNC having enough physical damage to deal with it.
Well, the physical damage is pretty damn high though. Remember, it is an Ursa, right?
Well,
I'm trying to make it in time, but they aren't
yeah.
get.
Forever.
Well, twice in a row now, Aegis being claimed by the non-Ursa team.
TNC is hanging around. They want to pick off this immediately. Jab's probably gonna lose this.
They lift him up, and they're gonna try to burst him down as quickly as possible. He does pop the BKB, now goes on
my
Rear,
God, that
one hit,
damage.
looking for the second hit. BKB's keeping alive, they can't even kill the first time. Raven pops his ultimate. Everyone's gonna ignore him, he's gonna go down later on. Sam H, being slowed down by Ice Ice Ice, he's gonna try to run away, but okay, nice juke around. I did hurt the Aegis popping.
blink.
Sam H, not gonna make it out, and that's gonna be yet another kill. Aegis did pop, but at the cost of two lives, one of them being the Ursa, which still does not have his BKB. He'll buy out now, and that BKB is looking further and further away.
Dire's middle
Looks like you were right. Once got the BKBs, it's just very little TNC are able to do.
Oh my god.
Damage.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower.
Cuckoo trying to do what he can, but he's just blinking away at this point, not even doing much. Assassinate, flying on Black's face, but they have so much sustain from the Witch Doctor Voodoo Restoration. And this melee rack's going down super fast.
Has fallen.
They got it. That is a shrine. Yeah, my Ice Ice is almost level 25. 22 right now.
I'll take that.
What do you think he takes at 25? I feel like both of these talents for level 25 is a little underwhelming for Timbersaw.
20 strength is like 400 HP. Which I don't
think
feel like...
that's the best. I actually think that's better than percent attribute reduction.
I guess there's not many strength heroes, right? That he's up against.
Well,
I mean, Undying gets wrecked by it, but it's just a support.
it reduces 21% the cores, but I think it really does much. I'm pretty sure 20 strength is the way to go.
Radiant's
we'll
bottom
see.
tower is under attack.
I'm surprised he took the spell, cast range instead of spell amp. Level 20.
Yeah, I saw that as well. It is kind of nice to have though. It's that much easier to chain further and draw your chakra there. Keeping an eye out, shrine area. Looks like Jabs is going to be going for that Hurricane Pike. It's that Hurricane Pike. He's not going to have to worry much at all about this Ursa.
Go!
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Ursa is already not a factor anymore. What you said about him, you know, being able to the 1v1 essentially any hero.
Yeah, that's not the case anymore.
Yeah, that's just no longer true.
Since the supports items now, they're really tanky. Look at this. Doctor has the Ghost Scepter, you're not going to be able to kill him. Ogre Magi, picking up a Solar Crest, very nice for Siege.
Yeah.
On Ben. Looks like Black is going to be going for a Silver Edge. Wonder if Silver Edge is...
I don't think so, but it's just a natural upgrade with his current item set, and stats is not bad, so...
Yeah, that's true. If he manages to Silver Edge the Sniper though, that'd be big. Reduces a lot of his damage and just cuts out both of his passives.
I mean, honestly, he doesn't do that much damage right now. So, I'm not even sure if they're gonna worry about him. Does take the 200 HP talent. We've been seeing some players take the DPS on the Shrapnel. And here comes Ice Ice Ice. Immediate TP out.
Ice is so damn strong right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They were just snowballing so hard after he finished the 22 charges now. Doesn't have to worry about the mana anymore. Towards that scepter, and once he finishes that scepter, then I think Raven isn't going to be going anywhere. He either enrages early or BKBs. That's like the only way you can survive against this Timber.
Neither of them sound like good options.
Yeah. Faceless are gonna play it out slowly. They're pressuring every single lane, not really rushing into doing anything. Ice rejoins his team.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Waves is kind of far, so they can't exactly push either.
I wonder why they're playing so patiently. I feel like they could just essentially brute force it at their good game state. They're so far ahead.
I mean, you say that, but Sniper and Undying, not exactly the easiest to break high ground on, right? I would just have to assume that they're gonna wait for the next Aegis instead.
Okay, well, it's gonna be quite a while to the next one.
Which I think Faceless are perfectly fine with. They continue to farm out on their cores. Timber saw, I think he just gets that much scarier once he finishes his scepter. The amount of damage you can output is insane. Yeah, it's finishing his Hurricane Pike. Black is also going to go for that BKB. And once he gets that BKB as well, it's just getting closer and closer to the end of this game, I feel. I don't think TNC really have the damage to beat full core BKB.
I don't even think the Venge needs BKB because a lot of times she's looking to swap one out and just immediately would walk away. But the BKB allows her to stand her ground and just actually rank with people, which is probably her immediate goal in the future.
It just makes it that much easier for her, well, because like it's not exactly easy to kill off a tombstone, but I think if she has BKB, she can just walk up to it and destroy it.
Yeah,
that makes it that much easier for Faceless.
They definitely have the attack speed thanks to Bloodlust to take it down fairly fast.
Almost level 20 as well. I'm starting to think that Black should actually take the tomes. Getting that 65 damage at level 20 is actually pretty big. Kind of like Lone Druid 20 instead of 15.
So not really like Lone Druid.
Look how much damage he does though with these auras.
So 320, yeah. It was good.
Same with TA. Look at TA's damage. 250, no refraction, no auras. TA probably does like 450 or so with the auras. The net worth is now 30k net worth lead for Faceless. Damn. And like you mentioned before, after seeing that start, told me that this was how the game was going to turn out, I would definitely not believe you.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you gotta do against Faceless? You get into such a big lead and just one fight. Well, this maybe could be a turnaround. TNC tries to backstab during Roche time, but it's going down fast. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're not gonna get here in time.
Yeah, that's Aegis. You back it off?
I think they just fight anyways. This is their last fight. Oh my god. Reveal the smoke. Cuckoo.
Very bad spot right now. They're gonna focus on Black, but they miss Impale again, and now on the backside, Ice comes in. They swap Cuckoo. Getting side bladed. He's just dead. Tims is gonna be dead. Everyone's dead. And they just call it GG.
GG. Raven is still trying to pick off Black. Black gets off the stun, eats the cheese, and Raven can't even kill him.
TNC victory.
Damn, what a comeback. It wasn't like, insane comeback though.